Don't follow us too close, because that's Kalen.
So that when you go out to all the companies that are here, you know what questions you should have, what to ask, and what you look for. Bob's great with all of the training on the how-tos, and my goal is to try to help you guys kind of learn more about the tools that you need.
Stock, both those Jeeps only got 14 miles to the gallon.
The United Houston and also British Columbia.
Right? You can always switch to something different.
These guys are 10, these guys are 20.
Questions, how to mount. Yes.
Like I said, my question is about...
And we decided to go somewhere new and try and set a record. Because why not? So we were trying to figure out where nobody has ever driven before. And
We finally got set up. They got here after 10 last night, so they have camp. We finally got set up. They got here after.
Hey, I'm Al from Overland Kitchen, and we're at the Northwest Overland Rally.
This box.
You go with the new box? All right. Okay. It looks like you are making a trade with me, so let's see what you got.
Yeah!
It's a puppy!
Oh, yeah.
It is a Bigfoot winch rope.
Bigfoot winch ropes.
Hi everybody, my name's Jerry Licrier and I'm with Tembotusk. And welcome to the Northwest Overland Rally. What we have here is the Tembotusk Scottle Grill. We have a kit which includes the Coleman style burner, a carry bag, and we also have an optional lid for cooking vegetables, steaming sausages, making pizza, anything that you can think of. Then over here we have our newest product, which is the Adventure Scottle. And Adventure Scottle is a 12-inch wide, 12 inches tall, and we designed it for either motorcycle travel, kayak travel, or anybody who needs a small, lightweight cooking device. And we use different stoves. This one happens to be a GSI glacier stove, and we can use MSR dragonflies, also Superfly and jet boils. And the kit comes with a carry bag, and we also have the optional lid. And our tables here, these are our camp tables. They come in our bag. And if you buy more than one table, they're able to be hooked together either next to each other or lengthwise. And some of the accessories that we have, sorry, this is fallen. This is for a Whisperlight International stove, which will work underneath the Adventure Scottle. This is our cookbook. And this is made, the cookbook is made by all the Scottle owners sent in recipes. And we were able to make up a book of about 75 recipes.
To make this a lifestyle for us, which has been a blessing. Thanks to you guys watching our show and stuff. How many people here have seen our show? Sweet. Thank you. No, I appreciate it. So we've been able to do some fun, cool things in the past.
We are
GHT Overland
Podcast.
My name's Chris with GHT Overland Podcast. We are a podcast that interviews overlanders, mainly long-term overlanders, so people that are taking the Pan American Highway or people that have gone in Africa or Australia. And so we ask all the pertinent questions like, what's your favorite gear? What are your favorite places? What are your recommendations for like navigation, communication, border crossings, anything that would have to do with a long-term travel trip? We're at Northwest Overland Rally in Plain, Washington. We're doing interviews live with people that are on overland trips, and we're also here to help meet our listeners, hopefully. Well, we meet a lot of people, so all the interviews that we do, we're meeting people around the world, which is really fun. People that are on these overland trips, and really just learning their story. A really fun one that comes to mind is talking to Jack and Gemma in Australia and learning about them traveling with their dog and really traveling all through Australia. And the cool thing is they just made a decision one day that a year from that point that they were going to leave on that trip, and they hit it pretty much on the nose, and they left on that like within a day or two of that year point, and they just took what they had. It forced them to make the savings and the decisions to get on the road, and they're still on the road today. Some of the places we'd like to go would definitely be through Alaska, and then doing the Pan American all the way as far south as we can possibly get. It sounds like Colombia is a great place to go. Mexico would definitely be a place we want to spend some time. We've heard a lot of great stories from our people that we've interviewed that those would be great places to go. The website is GHToverland.com. Social media, Instagram is GHT Overland Podcast, and same with Facebook is GHT Overland. The podcast you can find on all the primary podcast apps. You can also go to our website, again, GHToverland.com. You can click on podcasts, and then all the individual podcasts are listed there. And the download for the podcast you can get right on that website too, with all the show notes.
Hey, I'm Andy Lilienthal with Warren Industries. We're here at the 2018 Northwest Overland Rally in Plain, Washington. It's a big year for us here at Warren Industries. It's our 70th anniversary in business. We started out in 1948 making hubs for surplus World War II Jeeps as they came back. And then in 1959 we started the electric winch. As you can see here, we have an electric winch on our 1989 Mitsubishi Delica. So I just got done teaching a winching class. There's all kinds of great classes at this event. But for our 70th anniversary, we've got some cool decals, we've got patches, some commemorative swag, t-shirts, and sweatshirts, even posters. So it's a great year here. We're really busy, and it's always a good time coming to Northwest Overland Rally and seeing all the people. So it's great to be here.
Hey, this is Craig with Uco Gear, and I'm going to talk to you about the brand and the product here. This is our original candle lantern. It actually burns a real candle. This product was thought of in 1971. The owner of the company actually used to make wireframe backpacks, external frame backpacks for JanSport. Had leftover material, so we started stamping out these candle lanterns, and they took off like wildfire. Couldn't make enough of them, so this is how the brand Yuko got its start. Yuko stands for utility and comfort in the outdoors, and that's what we pride ourselves on. So this is a really clever design that's been made in the United States for the past 30 years, still made on the exact same machines in the exact same way in our facility in Seattle, Washington. It's got this handy spring mechanism to keep this candle always at the top of the unit. And this candle is actually a specialized compound that's self-consuming, so there's no smoke, there's no odor, and this wax also consumes itself, so you don't get the dripping that you would in your normal household candle. This provides a little bit of warmth and takes the dampness out of your camping scenarios. From this candle lantern, we branched off into fire starting. So one thing we're known for is this stormproof match. The orange coating on this means once it's ignited, you strike it just like a normal match on the side of the box. And once it's ignited, you cannot put it out. So with this match, you can actually strike it, light it, dunk it underwater, bring it back out, and it stays ignited. So it's the ultimate, I need a fire right now. This is the situation I'm in. This is the product you're gonna want. Moving on from these matches, recently we discovered this material called bagasse, and here's a little bit about it. It's actually a sugarcane byproduct. So when they're manufacturing sugarcane, they get this pithy, kind of stringy waste, and we determined that if you press that with some paraffin wax, it makes a phenomenal long burning tinder. So how this works, it has our same stormproof coating, and it's strikeable just like a match. Strike it on the side of the box, and this burns for 7 minutes. This is another great fire starter for difficult situations where maybe you have less than ideal weather, or you have some damp wood. It gives you a very long burn time to get that fire going. Supersizing that, we have the Behemoth. This is our 3-pack. This is the 9. It comes with this branded tin. This actually burns for 15 minutes. So if you can't get a fire going in 15 minutes, we can't help you. Once again, this is our Stormproof Sweet Fire. And moving on, since our roots are in lighting, we branched out into LED headlamps. This headlamp right here is called the Air and actually weighs in at 1.6 ounces, uses a non-elastic strap. So this strap is constructed with 5 layers of neoprene, foam, and lycra, and this is never gonna stretch out over time. Unlike elastic that ends up looking like a bacon strip, can't really use it. The other thing that differentiates this headlamp is there's no hard points where it contacts your head. So this is completely flexible, padded material. It's extremely comfortable. This dial, you can adjust the light from 10 all the way up to 150 lumens and anywhere in between. So it's infinitely adjustable, and you don't need to cycle through the white light modes to get to red. You just go past stop. Moving on to our Vapor Plus. This is our top of the line headlamp. Comes in at 300 lumens. Same system here where there's no hard points. Same strap construction with the sandwich 5 layers, hook and loop closure. And what differentiates this headlamp is the power source. So this is our hybrid power source, mounted externally on the headlamp for better balance. And this allows you to run this included lithium-ion battery pack that's rechargeable via micro USB, or you can pop this out and run AAA batteries. So the ultimate in versatility and dependability. All of our headlamps are rated up to IPX4, so even in torrential downpours, you're gonna be set. And then let's talk about LED lights over here. So we started off making this really clever lantern flashlight combo that just collapses down. This is flashlight mode. Here's your lantern. It disperses the light in this globe right here. So this is a single AA battery, comes in at $10. It's the ultimate hang it in your tent and forget about it light. This is the Pika, so using that same telescoping design, this is another lantern flashlight combo, but it's micro USB rechargeable, lithium ion battery pack in here, and you can also charge your phone, charge another device, charge a headlamp out. Stepping it up to our high-end LEDs. This is the first one. This is the Rody Plus. It's lithium ion rechargeable. Once again, micro USB charge in, USB out. This is kicking out 2 amps, so it'll charge your phone pretty quickly. Dial adjustment, this goes anywhere from 20 up to 200 lumens. What sets this LED light apart is this magnetic puck. So this puck you can actually take off and you loop it around something, hang it, and then your lantern clips back up with the snap. You can put this puck anywhere you want, top of the camper, top of the trailer, top of your tent, and then use this on the picnic table, bring it back in, and you're ready for the night. Over here, this is our top of the line lantern. This is the Sitka Plus, and obviously you can see there might be some interesting stuff going on. Telescopes up, and that's not just for form factor, that increases the light footprint by 4 times. So this is a 500 lumen lantern, and that light really gets kicked out all over the campsite, allows you to read by the fire, split wood, whatever you're doing, and then collapses back down for a smaller form factor. Once again, dial adjust. You get 2 USBs out on this guy, and 70 hours on low power. That's how long the battery will last. And finally, one of our most popular products is this flat pack grill over here. So this grill is all stainless steel, so you're never gonna have to worry about it rusting. And it actually folds up and fits into this included pouch. To unfold it, you just simply stretch it out, put these together, and set it up, and you're done. So unfolds in seconds. The included grate goes right on top. There's also some tongs so you can lift that grate up, and you can use charcoal or firewood with this guy. That's a flat pack grill. Yeah, and that's a pretty good run of things. So thank you for the opportunity to let me chat about Yuko here, and have a good one.
Hi, I'm Brandon with Vision X Lighting, and welcome to Northwest Overland Rally. Vision X Lighting has been around for 21 years. We've been in the LED lighting business for about 12 now. So we started off as one of the big leaders in LED light bar, along with some of the other companies, and then from there we kind of dove off into industrial lighting. And that's kind of where we, really put our foot down and kind of made a name for ourselves with industrial. And we've always been around automotive lighting. It's definitely, a big part of our marketing efforts. It's just we've also, kind of had to share that same focus with industrial, marine lighting, and now we're also getting into structural lighting. So, we kind of try to cover and be that lighting manufacturer for all sorts of markets. And right now we're, making that big push in the automotive, releasing all sorts of new products every single year. We're constantly pushing the boundaries of what, people perceive from LED lighting technology, and we want to constantly evolve and, live up to our name of Lighting Evolved. So.
All right, so with the Jeep, we've got quite a bit of vehicle-specific type applications available. To start with, this is our headlights. These are specifically designed for the Jeep JK. They have this neat halo feature here, which you could use as just a daytime running light. You can have it as hook it into your parking light switch so it comes on whenever you want it to, or you can splice it into your low beam. It has a really nice flat low beam. This is your high beam here. It's a direct plug and play. Comes with the anti-flicker adapter. So it's direct plug and play, no issues, no modifications needed. Moving from the headlights down to the fog lights, we've got OE fit fog light brackets. So it's a completely plug and play setup. It'll fit your stock bumper, or it'll fit any other type of bumper that uses a factory type fog light. Again, a plug and play application, so it'll plug into our light and then plug directly into your existing fog light harness. So it works with the factory fog lights. We have other options here for this particular Jeep. We've got a winch on it. So we have a fair lead bracket that you can mount a small light bar to. You can mount a couple pod lights on it. Anything you want to get a light down here at this level. We do windshield bracket lights, so you can do a 50-inch bar across the windshield. We've got other options where you can do A-pillar mounts. Quite a few options for the Jeep specific market. Rock light kits, all sorts of things available for the Jeeps. So that's what we offer for the Jeep specific market. We also offer quite a bit of universal applications. So if you have a Toyota or full-size truck, we've got some universal lights. We've got vehicle specific grills, tons of different applications for many vehicles. Check us out online, visionxusa.com. Check us out.
Yeah, fit my pocket.
So I don't know, when I try this one, it's really big, it's really big.
I'm surprised we're not all blown away.
The stuff gets made in Germany, I guess, and he is the United Eastern.
Hi, I'm Eric, and this is my first time at the Northwest Overland Rally. Came up here from Puyallup, Washington. It's very easy to meet people and socialize here since everybody's pretty much open. There's quite a few people in the overlanding community that are on YouTube and Instagram that are here wandering around, and they're all pretty much very approachable as far as answering questions for you. And then can go from either, they have a booth set up, or we're just walking around and bumping into people and asking, about a product that they have or how they get their information on what they do. It's been very eye-opening. I find that a lot of times there's products and you really just don't know what you're getting into until you got it on your hands, and you can't find anywhere locally to source it, so you can't really look at the quality of a product. And that's one of the big reasons I came here, was to see what's available, make a list, take some photos, and what I need to do with my builds.
Hey, what's up guys? My name is Maxx Powell. I'm out here at the Northwest Overland Rally in beautiful Plain, Washington. This is such an awesome event because so many people are social. It started as a small event. It's become such a great place to meet vendors. I'm out here with my 2016 Toyota Tacoma, which is long traveled. I also brought along my little camping trailer, which used to be a 1969 Army military trailer, and we've kind of converted it into this crazy camper. So I'd love to take a moment to show you guys my gear if you don't mind. So basically we set this rig up to do overlanding from the start. We got into it, we started getting my wife involved. I have a little son, and I just recently had a second son, and the primary idea was to go on extended trips, which I think most of us are interested in doing, and getting our families out and traveling. But as we got into it, we started realizing that we wanted a base camp that we could set up camp and then take motorcycles and trucks out. So that's kind of what I've geared this towards. The truck is more set up to do off-roading now, and the trailer is set up to be like our base camp in our home. So if you guys want, we can walk around, we can check out the truck. It has a +2 long travel kit with king suspension. It's all from Baja Kits. And I did the installation myself. On this kit, basically I had zero experience. I bought a toolkit from Costco, and it was one of the first big projects that I tackled, was installing this thing with zero experience, nothing but YouTube. And I decided to film the process, and that's what got me kind of into the YouTube game almost. As I started filming, it got really excellent feedback, and a lot of people were interested in seeing more about this lifestyle, not only taking the trucks out and traveling, but also what we do in the meantime between trips, which is like outfitting the rig, setting things up, and then different ways that we find ways to entertain ourselves, I guess. So that's what my channel is about, is my family getting out and exploring and learning more about this whole thing that is the off-road industry and overlanding. So the truck is outfitted with BF Goodrich's new KM3 mud terrain tire. I had a unique opportunity to be a part of the launch for BF Goodrich. So this truck was in the KM3 launch video. Their hype videos and a lot of the media that they put out. I was really fortunate to be able to go down to California with them and shoot with them, and they are just awesome people. It was a great experience to see those guys, and I'm hoping I get to work with them more in the future. The armor on the truck is all CBI, from the bumper, the sliders, the skid plates, and we have a high clearance rear bumper as well. We had a rack on the back with our tent, and we found that it was just to do any off-roading, we'd have to take all of our gear out and put our tent away. And so that's why we moved over to this setup here. And this is that M101A1 1969, I believe, military trailer that I've converted. We converted the axle on it. We found a camper lid that would fit, and it actually fit pretty well, and it's a very unique setup. I understand that it's not one of those fancy $10,000 trailers, but that was kind of the idea, as someone who's just getting into this trailer by itself, just a trailer, I have $1,000 into it flat, and I think that's pretty cool to be able to pull that off. On top of the trailer, I have a Free Spirit Recreation High Country tri-layer. So it's their biggest tent. It has an 80-inch platform before you open it up. It's the size of a king bed. This is one of the newest additions to our setup. And basically we got that because our family is expanding. We have another child, so we want lots of room so everybody can spread out. It's very comfortable, easy to set up. And the tri-layer material, it's a sewn-in polyfill and it's modeled after an ice fishing tent, so it actually gets very warm in there. In fact, I think the past 2 nights it's been kind of close to 45 degrees, and I've just slept up there with a light blanket. So I've been really happy with it. And it's also very dark when you close everything up, which is a big advantage. Underneath is their changing room. I wouldn't really call this their annex. They have a separate annex, it's totally different. This is a changing room. This is the first time I've used it here at the Northwest Overland Rally, and it's actually been super handy. I've used to consider myself somewhat of a minimalist, and now I'm kind of getting used to some of these amenities, and this is actually really nice, not exposing myself to everyone when I want to change. So it's a pretty small annex changing room. You can fit a cot in there if you like. That gives us the ability to take separate families out all on this one rig if we wanted to. But we also have room in the trailer as well if anyone wants to sleep. So I'll show you around the back where we've kind of set up a little kitchen, makeshift kitchen. I wasn't planning on having company, so excuse the mess. I just finished making breakfast. But so yeah, it's pretty simple right now. The trailer's very empty. But we do a lot of like action sports and stuff like that. I have a shifter cart, go-kart, that I slide in here to take to the track so I can stay multiple nights at the track. I have a street bike that I take to the track as well. That guy slides in here. Some of my dirt bikes fit, but not all of them. So I want to come up with something that has like a tongue loaded dirt bike. I can load the dirt bikes on the tongue, but I can also put them in the truck. So pretty much everything is modular. I can move things around. I have a lot of options. We've made little improvements here and there to make it more comfortable, like these little tailgate chains and stuff, so we can cook off of this. That's kind of nice. It gets the job done for cheap, and that's kind of the whole idea. The premise of my channel, what I want to bring to people is take someone who's unexperienced, maybe not even comfortable working on cars, and try to inspire them and motivate them to take the risk to do the work themselves is a big thing for me. And then not only that, but to start getting out in whatever they have. We don't always take this huge setup out. A lot of times we just take my wife's Subaru Outback and we just camp out of the back of it. In fact, that's what got us started on this whole journey, was just car camping. But as the family grows, we're taking different steps to add these little amenities that help us out, like our little Snowmaster fridge, which is a new addition this year and has made a huge difference with just the comfort of the camp living when we're on these long trips. But pretty much, that's the gist of our build. So as the channel grows, we're trying to kind of expand our brand. We're obviously on Instagram and YouTube, but we're also going to be opening up a website that has blog content, footage and photographs, but also sign-ups to do like trail runs so that we can get people out there with more experienced people and even help with builds. I get a lot of people asking if I'll help them install stuff, which I'm totally on board with. But just kind of as an organizational tool, we'll be opening a website just called maxxpowell.com where you can buy t-shirts, logos, patches, and that kind of stuff, but also kind of get the whole community on one platform. Because not everyone has Instagram, not everyone has Facebook. So I look forward to launching that later this month. And thank you guys so much for watching this quick video. And did we get enough content? Are we good? Okay, cool.
Hey, I'm Will. I'm the founder of Last US Bag Company. We're here in Plain, Washington at the Northwest Overland Rally, and you're watching Waypoint Overland TV.